Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Have You Heard? And on today's episode we're listening to Crosby, Stills and Nash, and it's the initial debut album called Crosby, Stills and Nash. Here we go. A really quite battered copy, but still has one of the great band photos of all time. I hope you can hear me muffled there by the album cover. 1969, May 1969, this album was released in the UK. I purchased it in August 1970 with my first week's paycheck. The first week's work I ever did as a almost 17-year-old, having just left school. The first album I wanted to buy, and the first one I did buy, was Crosby, Stills and Nash. I had already heard Marrakesh Express. I'd heard Sweet Judy Blue Eyes from friends. In fact, I'd heard quite a bit of the album, which is why I wanted to buy it. And of course, this was the next phase in my musical youth, from the Beatles, Moody Blues, and while the Moody Blues is all going along, now all of a sudden here's Crosby, Stills and Nash. And I mean, I came at Crosby, Stills and Nash from a very English point of view, from the Graham Nash viewpoint, because the Hollies had been an amazing band in the 60s. Okay, they were basically a pop band, but they were such a successful pop band, and every single song that they ever released as a single was good. It was catchy, it was singable, it had great playing on it, the vocals were superb, and of course they, I think it was after the Beatles, they had the most top 10 singles in the 60s. I think that's right. They're up there anyway. And while they weren't the behemoths like the Beatles, the Stones and the Who, those were the Holy Trinity, they were too poppy for that, but they were loved by everybody. So of course when Graham Nash walked out on them, it was a huge shock. The music industry in the UK almost ground to a halt with surprise. What's going on? And of course it's all because Graham Nash wanted the band to release King Midas in Reverse, his song, and to play more of his songs. And they didn't want to do that, the Hollies, and then they wanted to record an album of Dylan covers. And Graham Nash said, no, I want to do my own stuff. And in the meantime, he had met up with Crosby, I think, over in the States when the Hollies were touring there. And then they met up with Stills. The two of them met up with Stills at Joni Mitchell's house. I think this is right. And sang together for the first time. And the rest, as they say, is history. Anyway, this is the first album, and I could have chosen any of the songs. But I've gone with what I believe is the first song they ever sang together on. So this is the first thing they did together. And while it's not the first song on the album, it's I think it's track 5, You Don't Have to Cry. So we're going to listen to that now, and then we'll talk a bit more afterwards. Okay, let's go. You Don't Have to Cry. And this is the 2005 remaster on Spotify.
In the morning when you rise, do you think of me and how you left me crying? Are you thinking of telephones and managers and where you got to be? be at noon. You are living a reality I left years ago. It quite nearly killed me. In the long run, it will make you cry, make you crazy, oh, before your time. And the difference between me and you, I won't argue right or wrong, but I have time to cry, my baby. You don't have to cry, I said cry, my baby. You don't have to cry, I said cry, my baby. You don't have to cry. In the morning when you rise, do you think of me and how you left me crying? Are you thinking of telephones and managers and where you got to be at noon? You are living a reality I left years ago. It quite nearly killed me. In the long run, it will make you cry, make you crazy, oh, before your time. And the difference between me and you, I won't argue right or wrong, but I have time to cry, my baby. You don't have to cry, I said cry, my baby. You don't have to cry, I said cry, my baby. You don't have to cry.
Sorry, a quick bleed into Pre-Road Downs. My usual Spotify error. Um, Short and sweet, uh, but a beautiful song. Um, I mean, everyone says the vocal harmonies are exquisite, and of course they are. And that's what forged them together, wasn't it? When they heard what they could do, three voices together, they couldn't quite believe it. And they started a whole new genre of music. Um, Allied to that, it's a nice remaster. Everything's very clear. Um, Stephen Stills' guitar playing is so on point. It's beautiful, and those harmonics are very clear on the remaster. And the lyrics. Um, it quite nearly killed me. All the stuff that they're saying to either their ex-partners or ex-bandmates. It depends. They could be talking to anybody with these set of lyrics, but people that they've left behind because they've found each other and they've got this new kind of utopia that they're moving towards. That's what it feels like. Um, I love the line. It quite nearly killed me. Um, it's not going to kill them anymore. But of course, it was a tortured journey in the end, wasn't it, for all of them? They came and they went. Neil joined them and left and came back. I mean, he initially joined, didn't he, just to round out the sound on live gigs. An extra guitar player, obviously more beautiful vocal harmonies. But he came and went because he was a man who did his own thing. And we're going to be, I promise you, in the channel, we're going to be looking a lot at Neil Young in the future. We've done a Stephen Stills song from his debut solo album with Eric Clapton, which is slowly getting more and more views. I am a Stephen Stills addict. I think he is an underrated genius. Mind you, I don't think David Crosby's far behind either. And we'll be listening to some of his stuff as well, and particularly If I Can Only Remember My Name. What an album that is. Graham, I think, was always better, my personal viewpoint, as a supporting sideman. I don't think his songs are quite as strong as the others, but please argue with me if you think I'm wrong. Um, he's still playing. He's just toured recently in the UK. He's 80 something now, and he's just toured recently. Um, Absolutely gorgeous. This is such an important album in my life. I bought this straight away. I think about my second paycheck, I went and got Deja Vu. So I had both of them. And then soon after that, there was Four-Way Street, which is a live album that we must play some songs from as well. It's such a moment in time, Four-Way Street. Um, yeah, I could talk about Crosby, Stills and Nash till the cows come home, but I won't do that just now. But please leave some comments below. Tell me what you think. How did you discover them? Um, do you love them as much as I do? What are your favourite songs? What are your favourite albums? Um, if you've enjoyed listening to this classic again, please click on the thumbs up button. Likes are really good at helping us get the videos out to more and more people. And subscribe. New subscribers are coming on board every day, which is such a thrill. So thank you so much to everybody for doing that. The plan is eventually to create a community where we can all share music with each other. That's what I would really love to do on YouTube. We need to build up the numbers, of course, and we need to get to 1,000 subscribers to yeah, to make it more of a going entity, put it that way. So let's crack on. I'm having so much fun doing these videos. I really am, and I love responding to the comments that everyone's sending through. So please continue with that, and I'll see you tomorrow on the next video. So until then, cheers everyone.